Hi, it's Leslie here again. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different and talk about perseverance. And to do that, I'm going to show you some data that I've taken from a couple of YouTube channels. One is One World Italiano with Veronica, and the other one is the Japanese Society website, and I'm not sure of that lady's name. So I've taken some of the data and I'll plot it and we'll analyze it. So let's go. So let's have a look at some of the videos, Italian lessons and Japanese lessons. This is Veronica's One World Italiano, and I'll just play it up.
Ciao a tutti, come state? Tu, come stai? Voi, come state? Tu.
So that's Veronica's, and she has 75 lessons altogether. And here's the Japan Society. They just have 24 lessons, but their videos have been there over 10 years.
Konnichiwa. Let's start today's lesson. Today we are going to learn greetings. Okay. First one is good morning, casual one. Ohayo. Sounds like a little bit Ohayo, right? Okay, please repeat. Ohayo.
Okay, so those are the examples that I have for you. Okay, so because I'm a bit geeky and I used to be a scientist, I've actually taken this data from Veronica's channel and the Japan Society website channel, and I've put it into Excel. So maybe you can learn something from this because I've plotted the data. And I'll just show you that now. I'll turn off this. Okay. So here's the data from the number of views for the Veronica's channel, One World Italiano. And sorry, the graph's not labeled here. This is just the number of views here, and this is just the lesson number down here. So Microsoft, in their infinite wisdom, has made it too difficult to put labels on their axes. You know, it's just, I can't figure it out. So, but it's pretty easy to follow. So what happens here is on the first lesson, Veronica has, I think, nearly 1.8 million, 1.75 million views. On the second video, it drops to about 900,000 or something, or a million. On the third, it's you know, she's only got about just under 600,000, and it just goes down from there. And I think these ones are special lessons. One of them is where she cooks pasta, and another one is the modal verbs, like have to, should, and must, or can, or something like that. But what you can see is that she starts off with, you know, 1.8 million, and then it just drops from there. And by the end of the B1 level, it goes down to about 50,000, I believe. If you average these last 9, it's about 53,000. Now, I'm not having a go at Veronica here because I think she's a wonderful teacher, and and that's why I'm going to show you the Japanese one too. Here's the Japanese one. The Japanese one is pretty much shows the exact same thing. Although there's 4.5 million views on it, probably because Japanese might be a little bit popular and the videos have been around longer, in 10 years or more. So the same sort of thing happens on the second one, that drops by at least half, and on the third one it's at about a third. And then if you work it out down here, yeah, I think she's got about 150,000 views. So if you work it out, divide this by the initial number, on both of them it ends up being about just a bit over 3%. So 3% have stuck with Veronica, and the other lady until the very end. So in other words, 97% have basically bailed by 90% have bailed by about here, and 97% have bailed by the end. So what I wanted to show you with this is more, it's not to have a go at anyone, it's just to say that, perseverance is the key. And, if you persevere with something, you don't drop out, you'll eventually get there. So a lot of the people, you might say, well, a lot of the people on the first one might have been a bit curious about it. I think I even remember seeing the very first lesson and thought, well, this isn't the right time for me. But then why are there so many people watching the second video and the third one? So it's not so much that they're curious. I think a lot of people generally think this is too hard or it's going to take too long, and they just quit. And I think this shows you just how many people quit. This is the equivalent of having a room full of people, 30 people, say, and only having one person remain by the end of the last lesson. So pretty much what I'm trying to say to you is try to be in Veronica's case, one of the 50,000 people that sticks with her, not one of the 1.75 million that don't. And if you're doing Japanese, I've done all these lessons with Veronica, and with the Japanese Society website, I think I'm up to about lesson 6. Well, I'm going to postpone that until my birthday and continue on, which is at the end of July. So the same thing with this, I don't want to be one of those people I don't want to be one of the 4.5 million that didn't carry on, or 4.4 million, let's say. I don't want to be one of the 4.4 million who did the first lesson. I want to be one of the 150,000 who stuck to the very end, and try to keep this sort of thing in mind, when you're doing it, because so many people quit. And if you just keep going, and, you might have a bad day here or there, but if you just keep going at it and do it regularly, you'll get to the end and you'll know more than the other people that quit. So that's really what I wanted to say in this video. Yeah, I don't have much else to say other than I highly, highly recommend Veronica's channel and the Japan Society website too, although I haven't seen it, but so far it's been very good. So I'll be continuing with the Japanese one later in July, starting in July or the 1st of August. And I can let you know how my studies go later on. But I can tell you that I can understand Italian mostly because of Veronica's lessons, and I continued on to do the B2, her B2 course on her own One World Italian platform that's off of YouTube. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you. Bye bye. Stick with it, and you'll get there.